Hi guys. Anybody here yet? Hi Ellen. How are you? Joey, you're in Vegas. Go gamble, make us some money. Hey Jonathan and Shelby. Thanks for being here. Ellen, did you just leave class? I think I saw you post that you checked in, yes? Hi Michelle and Dwayne. I have my glasses on tonight because I can't see. My eyes are getting worse and worse. So I know there's a glare. So I'm sorry about that, but I was trying to read some stuff prior to this without my glasses on, and it was giving me a headache. So you're gonna have to deal with the glare on my glasses. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes to see if anybody else comes on before we jump into expectations. And I have been all over the board with this topic because it plays out in my life in so many different scenarios. So I'm excited to jump into this. Let's see if we can get a few more people on before I start talking. I guess I'll go ahead and call out. I'm still trying to think of a name for when I recognize you guys for your commitment to yourself and to me and Hash Out with Heather. So if you have any creative names for what we're going to call this recognition, share it with me. But I decided to call it my weekly warrior. And honestly, Ellen, it could go out to you again. Ellen had one heck of a week. Her car got broken into, and her gloves and her wraps got stolen. She came in so upset on, I think, was it DJ night, Ellen? Anyway, I know you've had a rough week, but Kelly Hutchison is my weekly warrior. And I don't know if she's on here just yet, but Kelly has been commenting in the group a lot. She's asked me to send her that boundaries quiz, and I see her in this, when she's not out of town in the studio. So thank you, Kelly, for being a part of this group and for sharing what you're going through with everybody else in here. It's like I said, it's always inspirational for us to hear from other people, to know that we're not alone in what we're going through and in our struggles. So Kelly, I will have a goodie for you at the studio in the next couple of days. I think it was last week, I can't remember, but I'm going to start with a confession again. I have not been feeling good today. I have been on and off the couch, trying to do some more preparation for this Hash Out with Heather tonight. And I'm not as prepared as I want to be, but the good news is that, or the bad news, however you want to look at it, is expectations has played out in my life like all of yours, big time. So I don't really need a whole lot of preparation, but if I ramble a little bit or go off on a tangent, that's probably why. And I also, you probably saw, for those of you that are in my Nashville kickboxing VIP group, we actually lost someone in our kickboxing family today, Brandon Shelby. If any of y'all know him, he's a member at my studio in Nashville. He was in a motorcycle accident this morning and lost his life. Ooh, so he was bigger than life. Just big personality, great man, and sorry. Super sad that he's gone, but it just reminded me that pulling it together. Hang on, it's coming. Just how short life is, and how this privilege that we have to live our best life is just that, and it's our responsibility to take it seriously. Sorry, you guys. Let me pull it together. Shh. I need someone to make me laugh right now. Come on, someone tell it to Joey. Where are you when I need you, honey? Joey's in Vegas, so he's not here to make me laugh. But, so I'm super emotional, as you can tell. And it also made me think about when we are in these places where we're emotional. I was already emotional prior to the news about Brandon because I don't feel good. It's a little side lesson here before we get into expectations. Don't make any decisions. Don't let yourself go down a path of an emotional roller coaster when you know you're in a raw place, when you are like sick or tired, didn't get enough sleep, or something happened in your life that's causing you to be in a heightened state of emotions. I said this to a few of you that have talked to me in the studio before that are friends of mine, that sometimes we're talking about something and I'm like, listen, right now you are super sensitive and emotional, so nothing is rational. So back to being aware of yourself, that awareness that I know that I don't feel good. I know that I'm tired. Now, obviously, I'm sad. So things are going to be exaggerated in all aspects of my life. So, it's important to be aware of that so you don't let yourself go too far into a hole, because usually when you get some sleep or feel a little bit better, you're in a whole different place, a whole different mindset. Okay, so a little side lesson of something that I'm feeling and experiencing right now. But now I'm going to sniffle the entire live, so I apologize. So let's dive into expectations. And as I was thinking about this throughout my life and doing some reading about expectations and talking to Dee Dee last night, we can go on so many different avenues with expectations. There's different components to it. There's expectations that you put on yourself. There's expectations that others put on you. There's expectations that you put on others. So I want to focus on mainly how it relates to relationships, especially expectations of our past and how it can influence our decisions and our emotional triggers in our present. But there are relationships. There are expectations in relationships, in our careers, in our marriages, in our families, our extended families, our direct families. There's expectations in where we're going to live, where we're going to go to school, where we're going to send our kids to school, what sports are going to play. I mean, if you think about where expectations play out in your life, they're everywhere. But when I talked about this a while ago to Dee Dee, and it keeps coming up over and over in my conversations, and finally she was like, Heather, you need to talk about this. It's how it's caused tremendous disappointment in my life. And William Shakespeare said, expectation is the root of all heartache. And so we're going to focus on that part of expectation. And we'll see if later down the road, if I'll go into, the expectations we set in our life for goals, because that's a whole different element of expectations. So the definition of expectations is a strong belief that something will happen, or an idealistic way that we desire a situation to be, right? So that's the part I'm going to focus on, the idealistic way that we expect a situation to be. I'll share with you how this has played out in my life